the Karnataka Compost Development Corporation, also known as the KCDC, has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Now, the residents in Hosapalya near HSR layout have complained to authorities that the stink emanating from the KCDC unit nearby is unbearable, but officials have done nothing. Here's the story.
Heeding the request of the residents who live in the neighborhood of KCDC unit at Hosapalya, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and many officials have visited the unit to examine the complaints. But no action forthcoming. The residents have come up with a campaign to write postcards addressed to the Chief Minister asking him to shift the compost plant. Siddu too could not bear the stink. This was our Honorable Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on his visit to the Karnataka Compost Development Corporation in Hosapalya near HSR layout last year. Such was the stink that he had to cover his nose. How can he expect the residents to inhale such stink? Is this acceptable, Mr. Chief Minister? The residents say that Siddaramaiah promised them that the plant would be shifted away from the city or would be modernized to address their complaints. But the modernization has just remained a dream.
We have made Chief Minister visit to this particular plant last 1 year back. In October he came here, he saw that plant, he was terrified. He said, this is how it can be, this bed how it can be. He said, I will get this corrected, you give me some time. I will get the waste reduced, I will get this particular thing corrected.
The compost plant was set up in 1975 when the locality was covered with forest and had little human habitation. But now the locality is developed and has become a major part of habitation. With uproar from the residents, the plant was shut from 2008 to 2013. The plant reopened in 2013 with permission from residents and the High Court to compost only 100 tons of garbage. But what happened after the reopening was a big blunder.
2013, some solid waste management expert committee members like Ramakant and Almitra have misguided, I will repeat again, misguided and misled the court, by putting up the wrong facts and wrong picture in front of them and got this plant reopened. And since that day, we are all suffering. So who are the responsible for us to suffer? It's expert committee, the BBMP and all this. Expert committee for their advice and their recommendations and overlooking the problem, BBMP for their execution. Because of that, we are suffering.
Why compost more than the specified limit? The residents demand one answer from the officials. Why more waste is brought to the plant than the specified limit? They say that the cause of the stench is the excess garbage which is being composted here. Residents record amount of garbage brought in. Residents have been recording the amount of waste that is brought in every day, and surprising part is that the average garbage collected a day is more than 170 tons. Residents also say that Mayor G. Padmavati also visited the plant and promised them that the intake would be limited to what was allowed by the court, but that too remained just a dream. This is what she had to say when we approached her.
ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕಳೆದ ತಿಂಗಳು KCDC ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಥ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ವಾಸನೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜೊತೆನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಬಯೋಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಒಂದು ರಿಪೇರಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಸೊ ಅದಾಗಿ ಬಯೋಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು 15 ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರು ಬಂದು ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಬಯೋಫಿಲ್ಟ್ರ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫಾಲೋಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೈಗೆ ತೊಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಾಸನೆ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದರು.
Residents' complaints pile up like a garbage dump. Residents have been writing to the government and the BBMP to compost the garbage in the limited quantity, but these applications have been royally ignored. Stench affects the school children too. Many schools are located in the vicinity of the compost unit and the release of these gases affects the children's health.
ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು 10 ರಿಂದ 15 ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಡೋರ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಆಡಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ. ಸುಮಾರಷ್ಟು 15-16 ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಜಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಚಿನ್ಮಯ್ ಇದೆ, ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾರೂ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬ ಈಗ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ತುಂಬ ಏಜ್ ಆದವ್ರಿಗಂತೂ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಸರ್.
The problem what we are facing is the bad smell which emits from this compost center. I think if they bring the material which they can, the compost which they can do it on a regular basis, if they bring and compost it, it won't emit so much of smell to us. But the problem is every day the tons of wastage what they bring and they are dumping it in that area is emitting a lot of problem for emitting the smell, and that is hazardous for our students' health.
Is KCDC planning to kill one more lake? Another lake on its deathbed. The residue of the garbage which is being composted is being left into the Hosapalya lake. No doubt that the poisonous gases pollute the air, but the lake is being affected too. Residents also complain the water is contaminated in the locality.
Problem we face it first is the foul smell that right now itself we are facing it right now. You can see that in 2 kilometers area of this entire plant in the radius based on the wind direction, the smell goes, and it becomes unbreathable for all the citizens, particularly the school children, the kids, senior citizens. They face a lot of problems like asthma, dengue and all these things. Second is that the water table of the entire area is contaminated because this plant is there from 1975. It's been more than 40 years. In 40 years, this plant has caused enormous damage to water as well as the air table of this entire surroundings.
Harmful gases has made life hell for the residents.
ये बास के वजह से बैठने नहीं होता, रकम खाया सरका होते रहता, सिर की चक्कर सरका होते रहता, खाना खाने बैठे तभी फुल गलीज बास आते रहते, दरीचे दरवाजा बंद करे तभी फिर भी बास आते रहते, इतना प्रॉब्लम होता। बारिशों के दिनों में इधर गलीज पानी छोड़ डालती, फुल बास शुरू हो जाते, बच्चे पूरे बीमार हो जाती, पूरे जने घर वाले बीमार हो जाती, गलीज आगी पाक कर को इतना प्रॉब्लम होता, इतनी तकलीफ होती।
A campaign to breathe easy. Residents, students to post cards to Chief Minister. Fed up with their attempts to convince BBMP and the government, the residents and the students of nearby schools will be posting cards to the Chief Minister to shift the plant to a remote location so that they can breathe easily. They have collected as many as 4,000 postcards addressing Sidhu to take immediate action. Is their demand too much? The residents demand only to shift the plant or decrease the quantity of garbage for compost. Is their demand too much, Mr. Chief Minister? Syed Ayaz, News 9, Bengaluru.